Boys is getting quiet. Go on and get crunk. Head back to Longview, Kelly popping trunk. I ain't even tripping. Riding and I'm sipping. Let me come through 4-4 steady tipping. On that new lap. Watch the trunk crack. Let me sit sideways, CB running back. Maybe AP, maybe AD. I ain't even tripping cause we some athletes. Messing with Smitty in the summertime. He get pissed if we don't make our time. But we gon' get it cause we gotta finish. Nebraska Horn Hustlers, man, we diminish. With them boys little, paint like a skittle. I ain't even tripping, I ain't never double dribble. Cause I'm a player from the Himalaya. Let me sit sideways, man. Maybe back door, maybe fall off. Sipping codeine cause I gotta kill a cough. Let me sit sideways in the big Benz. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends. Holla at Coach Sumlin, holla at the Stoops. Let me sit sideways in the two-door coupe. Cause I'm sitting clean, foes on the lean. Look at my pants, got a sag in my jeans. Let me sit sideways cause I'm steady coming. PT throwing that ball and it's humming. I'ma gon' catch it, I'ma gon' wretch it. Man, I'm sitting sideways, boy, show naked today.
Welcome to Fullback U. This should be a really easy podcast. These are really family members of mine. Let me bring them in. Logan Roberson, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Jay?
Doing great. And for once of all the youngest of my younger brothers is the biggest name here, Jeffy Roberson. How are you, sir?
Good.
Let's get right into it. What have the last few days been like? Not everybody knows, but we're going to tell everybody your brother Jeffy committed. He's one of the fastest, hottest names in the state for recruiting. Just committed to OSU. How you feeling as a big brother?
Oh, I feel great. I'm so excited for him. He went to OU and he's going to Oklahoma State. Well, I'm supportive of him 100% all the way for him.
That's awesome. Jeffy, just talk to us about what led to that decision. How you feeling? Again, you're the biggest name in the state right now.
OSU is kind of like always where I kind of wanted to be, and I was really excited when it happened, and it was just like, just excited and everything. But
that's cool. Log, not many people, Cale Gundy and Mike Gundy, not many people can say, and we're going to interview your dad here in a little bit, not many people can say that my brother played at OSU or my brother played at OU. What's that feeling like, and what do you think it's going to be like seeing your brother play in Stillwater?
It's a great feeling to know that. He's going up there with Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State, and I was with Kel at OU. So, it's pretty dang cool, to say we're part of that.
Jeff, you excited to play in Stillwater? Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was just felt like home down there, so.
That's cool. Good. Short answers, just like your older brother. I love it. We got you guys, and I know it's a tough topic to probably even talk about, but you guys sacrificed a lot for Hera. You really did. Logue, you guys won a playoff game, district titles. Things didn't go your dad's way. We're going to talk to him a little bit more about that. Jeffy moves to Choctaw. Talk to me about the move, what you saw in him, and how you think it's benefited him.
Hera's been our, where we're from, where we grew up since we could remember. And I just think, with me, position I was and the teams that I was on at Hera, it was different. It's a different style down there. The teams that he was on, his best interest was to move to Choctaw. And so I think that he did the best thing for him, and by going to Choctaw, and I think Hera should be behind him on that. It's the situation, how it's still a Hera sort of product, but he's just a Choctaw now for business decision, basically.
And I'm glad you brought up that business decision. But, Jeffy, tell me how you feel about it. And I want to just say before you did it, man, I'm proud of you for doing it. And I know it wasn't easy on you. And you truly sacrificed a lot for Hera, man. So I'm with Logie that they should definitely support you on that. But just talk to me about what the move was like for you and how it's been.
Well, at first, it was just kind of like me and my dad kind of talked about it for a while. And, once we decided to, make that move, we did it. And so far, it's been great. And Coach Corbin and the coaching staff over there has been, awesome. And so.
And for what you're not going to say this because you're humble, but what a lot of people need to know, Logue, is he could have went a lot of places. He could have went to a lot of damn schools.
Very true. He
could have went to a lot of schools, and and he chooses Choctaw just to go one school over. You two both, we're going to switch topics. You two both had a camp, you Southeastern, you Arkansas. Y'all both came to me after the camp.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, I remember that camp like yesterday.
Talk to me about that, and then let me know what you think each other should be ranked.
Okay, talking about ourselves, going to talk about each other.
Either one. Both. You got to talk about yourself and your brother.
Well, I'm not even going to get started on the rankings with him because that's just going to drive me up the wall. And someone out there I know that we butted heads back in the day. Don't take it out on him. Give him what he deserves. Yeah. Arkansas, though, man, I was so mad about that damn camp. Oh, 100, so hot. Put the turf right on top of the parking garage for some reason. Had my cleats melt. Came up there, thought I did great, and then just got told. I was with my dad. And then just got told after the camp, oh, we need some more evaluation time. I was never so pissed off in my entire life about that. But came back home. He talked to youth a little bit. I wasn't even had the OU camp coming up. Didn't even plan on going to it. I was so down. Went to it and turned out great. Got an offer and came in there.
That's awesome. And what people need to know is you did a lot of the same times and drills and things that you did at OU at Arkansas, and it was a difference in a couple days. Jeffy, the same thing happened about a year ago. We were at Choctaw, and you were pissed off that Southeastern wouldn't offer you. Now you're sitting here with Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma State, Kansas. I believe Kansas State. You can talk about all your offers, but just talk about what you think you should be ranked, maybe what your brother should be ranked, and just the recruiting process. How you feeling?
You know, I don't think like ranking matters at all, to be honest. Like stars and all that, I think that's kind of like overrated. But you know, like Southeastern camp, I remember like going to it. I was hoping to get an offer, but you know, where I'm at now is a lot better than where I was.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Nothing against Southeastern or anything.
No, not at all.
Thoughts on your upcoming season at UCO and then your brother's season?
I'm very excited. You know, I'm ready to just get back on the field and start playing again. And, you know, just getting out there and getting with the team and just doing my thing. And I'm really excited for him and his senior season coming up, last one of high school. Just cherish it's the last year. Yeah. I mean, after this, real world comes. It comes fast up there at Oklahoma State, and it's going to hit you. It's going to punch you in the mouth and make you think twice. So
that's real.
You got to take this year and really really focus on it and take your time.
Jeffy, thoughts on senior year at Choctaw and then Logie's year at UCO?
You know, I'm glad for Logan, you know, be playing again and everything. But at Choctaw, you know, we're looking really good and looking to go do like good things. And other than that, yeah.
Favorite things about UCO? Favorite things about OSU?
Man, you see, I've only been up there for about a month so far, so I would just say just the players in general. They're really good guys. The coaching staff is really good up there too. I like being around them. Edmond, fun place, you know. It's a lot different than Norman, but, you know, it's for the better, I guess, for me. And that's it.
Favorite thing about OSU, Jeffy?
The coaching staff, you know, they treated me really well. And, you know, I like the jerseys and everything like that. But everything like that, yep.
Unfortunately, it's an OU podcast, so, Logie, you played there. You got to give me your thoughts on OU. And then, Jeffy, you got to let me know how bad y'all beat them.
I transferred from OU, but I want Jeff Roberson to do well against Oklahoma, but I don't think they're going to pull off the win.
Okay. Oh, wow. Is it 0-4, Jeffy? How you feeling? What's going on?
We're going to go 4-0 against them.
Okay. So just making sure. Okay. Favorite play of yours, Logie, and we'll put it on here, and then favorite game that you played in.
I would just say, I really don't have a favorite play. I just really liked my favorite game would have been West V, my redshirt freshman year. Redshirt freshman year, yeah. Second season, that was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
Favorite play, Jeffy? Favorite game?
I'd say my favorite game was probably like Medill. I had 3 or 4 touchdowns that game and had about 15 tackles. So
was that the one y'all lost 1 yard?
Yeah.
I watched that on the damn internet thing.
I heard
that was
about
weird.
That game. Last one, then we'll go to Twitter questions. It's been great. Goals for upcoming season, Logie?
Goals for upcoming season for me would be UCO. Would be just, you know, I'm striving to be, you know, I want to be All-American there at UCO, and I'm going to try my hardest to get to that point. And then also as the team goal, I'd say for UCO is being around them and just watching film in other schools. I really think we have a good shot of going all the way up there for the D2 title, and I think we can get it.
Jeffy, goals for this upcoming season?
Oh, man, just lead my defense and just lead my team pretty much. But
that's awesome. Going to Twitter questions. At NV Sooner, you can do Cowboys for this one or Justin, or you can say Sooners if you want. But at NV Sooner wants to know, of all the Sooner guys that you've met, Logie, of old heads, older players, who have you met? Who's been your favorite and why?
Well, if you gotta go old guys, you know, JD's my favorite old guy, obviously. But right now, you know, one of my best friends that I've met there at OU would be Creed. Me and him have been, you know, really good friends, and we hang out all the time, and he's just like my boy.
Jeffy, former Sooners or Cowboys that you met, who's been your favorite and why? You don't have to say me. Don't worry. I won't put you on.
Logan, he's been there.
There you go.
I'd say that. He's just a former Sooner, so, yep.
Kenyatta Wright, a good friend of mine. He has some kids at Vi-In that played at OSU. Adam Edwards played safety. Great friend of our family. And then Alonzo Mays. I actually, Jeffy, went to more OSU games growing up than I did OU.
Yeah,
so
same on this part, too. Oh, yeah.
So that was just how it was. I mean, that was our family practically. Yep. At G Lynch 77 wants to know, and Logie, you can talk about this one too. Did the chance it was for Jeff, but you can comment, Logie. He said, did the chance to play offense and defense submit it for Oklahoma State? Were they the only ones selling that idea, or were you just a fan growing up? Was he a fan growing up? Does he want to play offense too?
Was he a fan of Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we gotta find it. We got some pictures of him. He's got a. He used to have the old Barry. Remember the old Barry Sanders little box set of jersey and pants with a helmet. He used to have that. He used to have a Oklahoma State Letterman jacket he'd wear around the house all the time. It got real cold. I mean, oh yeah, he's all about it.
Jeffy, offense, and were you a fan growing up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was a fan, but no, I'm just gonna play defense there. So.
That's cool. At Gillette LD wants to know, and Logie, again, you can answer this one, but shit. How did Jeffy feel when Logie left OU? And if OU offered Jeffy, would those feelings play a role? How do parents view OU now that recruiting is back going?
Ooh.
That's a tough one, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a stumper right there. I don't even know. I mean, just off my experiences and what Jeff knows and all that stuff about what went on and, you know, all that good stuff. I just think, honestly, he wouldn't have chose OU just because he's an OSU guy. I think he fits well there. I think he has a chance to strive and be great right as soon as he steps out of the car on an OSU campus. I 100% believe that he has a chance to be a starter there, and so I think that was his best fit.
How do your parents feel about it? You getting out of that part?
Well, they love it. My mom, Dee Dee, was a huge Oklahoma State fan. Oh yeah, Dad's big one too.
Jeffy, how'd you feel when Logue left OU? And if OU offered you, would those feelings play a role? How did your parents view OU now that recruiting is back going?
When Logan left OU, it was just kind of like, but you know, it was for the best. And I'm committed to Oklahoma State, so I'm all in there.
That's awesome, brother. Last one, and again, Logie, you can comment on this one. It says, we often hear about facilities coaches. This is at Blackintosh 004.
Okay.
He says, for Jeffy and you, we often hear about facilities coaches, family atmosphere, and football and recruiting talk. But if you had to choose a university without considering any aspects of football, which school would top your list and why?
Well, I mean, I can put this one and, you know, make it really short. Without football, it would be very hard to go to college. So I would say it'd be UCO just because, you know, OU and OSU are a little bit more expensive and it'd be hard to pay for those schools to go to.
Real. That's good stuff. Same question for you, Jeffy. Facilities aside, not considering football, which school would top your list and why?
Honestly, probably about UCO too, just because family went there and like Logan said, it'd be kind of cheap to go there. So,
well, damn, we've been too fast, Brad. I mean, is there something that you want to? We gotta do something. I don't know. No, this has been really, really good. Yeah. Really, really proud of you guys, man. Jeffy, good. You're gonna kill it up at OSU. Logan, you're gonna kill it at UCO. And hey, we'll be at UCO here in a month. We'll come holler at you because we're gonna tour the facilities.
I'm in. Come check out the house.
And we will. And then we might, when you go to OSU, we're just gonna come up there and tour the facilities. We're just gonna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Just any 30-ish single women, just send them my way, Jeffy. Okay, no, my producer laughed at that.
I've only been to OSU one time at Tumbleweed, so I'm excited to get him up there.
That's real. We get in on that. Another great episode of Fullback U. All right, another Fullback U podcast. Now we got Coach Rob, Aaron Roberson here. How you feeling, Coach Rob?
Good, JD.
Man, I'm so glad that you came. A lot of our viewers, I think they enjoy hearing it from the parent side. But just tell us you've had a son. First of all, congrats on the accomplishment. There's not maybe the Gundy family is probably the only one parents that can say, yeah, I got one kid that went to OU, one that OSU for football. So congratulations on that. You deserve it. But what's this last week been like for Jeffy?
Oh, man, it's been exciting for Jeff. He's had some offers there. Just seemed like they just blew up within 2 to 3 week span right there. We went to Nebraska, went to Kansas, went to K-State, finished with OSU on Friday, and didn't make it to Texas Tech. in some of the other schools, Memphis or Arkansas or any of those, but just thought OSU was the best fit for him and took off.
You mentioned it, and we talked outside off air, but you said that Nebraska was unbelievable. You said that the Kansas staff was unbelievable. Awesome. Eckler, some of the guys that I played with, Les Miles, Minnesota, you said, even Logan. Why Stillwater?
Why Stillwater? I think, for me, I didn't care where Jeff went. I mean, obviously I wanted to stay close to home, somewhere I can drive to watch him and all those things. I prefer the Big 12 just for my own selfish reasons, but I told Jeff, wherever you want to go, you can go. And I think Jeff at the end wanted to be close to home, and he wanted, like anybody does, the friends to watch him play and family and all those things. I think that was important to him too.
Well, I got to commend you, and I know you probably haven't been commended on it, but you guys did an amazing job at Hera. Anybody who says that you didn't, and first and foremost, I called you Coach Rob, and that's what I heard a lot of the students call you. Right. You had a huge impact on students, brother, so you did a great job there. Then in football, you guys always had dominant lines. In my opinion, you can comment on it. When you guys had great lines, you were great. When you lost the kids, it happened.
That happened. That's high school football for you.
So if you don't mind, just talk about that. Obviously, you had to make a move. The school made some moves. I didn't necessarily agree with them. I got to see firsthand the effort that you guys put in, the district titles, the playoff game that you won. I got to see the successes again. I thought it boiled down to the kids, but just talk about the past at Hera, the decision to move Jeffy to Choctaw, and then just how it's benefited you guys. It's gotten you all these scholarships. I mean, obviously you did the right thing. Right. So, but just let us know how you feeling.
Well, as a program there, Coach Webb, me and him worked together for years, and with Coach Willis and all of us through there, we had some good years there. Went to the playoffs and stuff like that. Kind of put Hera in a discussion and talk, with people and what's going on there. Last 3 years haven't been good for us there, and whether means they decide it's time for a change, well, that's fine. That happens in high school football. We can't recruit kids or anything like that, or you're not supposed to anyway. And so that's just how it was. And then the move over to help Jeff out was, when the whole staff quits like that at high school, because every coach on staff I think quit, maybe but one or two, and wanted to stay back. Is I know from experience with high school football, it's going to take another staff. Those guys couldn't be here till May. They couldn't be here maybe even have spring football, those type of things. And from experience with college coaches and stuff, the spring going into your senior year is probably your most important. Agreed. And so it was in Jeff's best interest to get him to a place that was there and rolling and ready to go. So you're a great coach, and you've been coaching for so long. You're welcome, but now you're just parenting. How's that feel? With just going to the games? After Jeff's spring game, I thought we was all sitting there, Coach Arntz and Webbs and all of us, and we was watching, and I thought, tonight I'm gonna go home and sleep very well and not give this another thought. So it might be I might really enjoy it.
That's good. That is awesome. We mentioned it. The Gundy parents are probably the only ones that could say, I have this son that went to assign OU football, this son OSU football. If a parent came to you and said, hey, how'd you do it? What advice would you give them? What lessons have you learned through this process? Educate us on that.
I didn't do it. Like I said, Jeff and Logan did it, and like I said, it was just they were raised in the locker room. They were raised around other players, other kids. They've always lifted. They've always ran. They've always, me being the size I am, they all, their mother Dee Dee, people that know her, these two were going to be big kids to begin with. It's just not about how hard you work in the weight room, but it's genetics too, and those two just have to be blessed with that. Yeah.
I asked them, what was your favorite game of each of them, favorite play and favorite game of each of them that you've seen?
Logan, with Jeff out there, he just goes everywhere. I mean, you can watch him with the ball. I love watching Jeff run with the football, and I think he does such a good job at some of those things. And one game, I don't know if there's one game. I know there at the end of this past season at Hera, I think for 2 games straight, the very first time he touched the ball, both times he busted off for 70 and 80-yard touchdown runs. That's awesome. So that was pretty exciting. And with Logan, just getting me being an offensive lineman like he is, watching watching him just dominate people and just take a kid from one side of the field and move him all the way to the other side of the field, and big kids too. A kid from Seminole one time had a big 300-pounder, and he took him and put him back there in the back of the end zone and next to the ref. Just threw him into the ref.
Oh yeah.
And so anyway, those are all fun moments and stuff.
A couple last one, and how's Logie? We'll do Twitter questions after this, but how's Logie like in UCO, and how do you feel about? We're actually going to do a tour. Bobeck's going to let us come up there on July 13th to do a tour. So talk about the new facilities at UCO.
UCO's facilities are phenomenal. I saw a guy the other day post, and I've been talking about this with other. When we go to these recruiting trips, they always ask how Logan's doing and stuff like that, Nebraska or wherever. And they said, "What about UCO?" And I said, "Those facilities, that weight room, locker room that they've got now, those rival small D1 schools, no doubt about it." And I heard a guy the other day post the same thing that had taken a tour of it. So they're D1 type schools, and those are, stadium aside, of course, you don't have the 50, 60,000 seat stadium, but the locker rooms and weight room they're top notch.
Twitter questions. At Envy Sooner wants to know, of all the old Sooners you could add Cowboys in, who's the older players that you've met? Who's your favorite and why?
That I've met?
That you've met.
I've met Brian Bosworth. Of course, I've always been an OSU fan in all sports. I've always liked OU football, but watching those 30 for 30 series, and I've met met Brian Bosworth in person and stuff, and all those. That he's probably one of my favorites there.
At G Lynch, he's an OSU fan. At G Lynch 77 wants to know. I guess it probably was a message board rumor, but did the chance to play offense and for Jeff cement it for Oklahoma State? Were they the only ones selling the idea, or was he just a fan of OSU growing up?
He was a fan of OSU growing up. In fact, we probably have some pictures of him in the OSU outfit, Barry Sanders jersey, and a helmet and stuff like that. But no, K-State, Coach Jason Ray up there, he was fighting for him to be on the offensive side, and the linebacker coach is fighting for him on the defensive side. So, but at OSU, that has not came up, not yet.
Good deal. At Gillette LD, this is a tough one for you. She wants to know, how did Jeffy feel when Logie left OU, and if OU offered, would Jeffy would those feelings play a role? And also, how do the parents view OU now that recruiting is back going?
Jeff obviously was upset with Logan leaving OU and stuff. We all were, all those things, because that's a change, and OU's such a great program. As far as them offering, they have been talking to Jeff for months, stuff like that. It's kind of like one of those things. Logan's went down there. He's tried. Jeff wants to be his own man and try something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. He loves OU stuff. He still has OU stuff in the house and all that. But OSU is where he wants to be, and I'm all for it.
That is awesome. And you'll like this one, I think, too. At Blackintosh004 wants to know, he says, we often hear about facilities, coaches, family atmosphere, and football and recruiting talk. But if you had to choose a university without considering any aspects of football, which schools would top your list and why?
For Logan and Jeff?
Either one. Yeah, or for your kids, because that's what we're talking about.
For the cost of it, it'd be UCO. Yeah. UCO would definitely be the place to be. As football wasn't playing a factor on it, I was a UCO grad, played football there. We spent a lot of time in Stillwater on Thursday nights. I loved OSU, Stillwater up there. If I had all the money, I'd probably whatever they want to do, obviously. If money's no issue, they can go wherever they want to.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, man, this has been an awesome podcast. I want to say, Aaron, man, we've come a long way. And I don't know that many of our people know the sports animal. We talked about it, but we met at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill. I was opening my gym. You bring your son in, and not only the good times, but I brought it up on our podcast. A year ago at this time, Jeffy came in my gym pissed off that Southeastern didn't offer. And I'm like, how you feel about that one?
Yeah.
And that same thing happened to Logan with Arkansas. You guys went out there, and it just, for me, man, and that's where I pride the relationship on. Everybody sees when they sign and all that, but it's getting them through those times. So I really appreciate you as a dad trusting me with your kids, man.
Sure, I appreciate you.
It's been the same way for Logan's. My son, I got one of my favorite pictures of my son. He's sitting in Logan's locker looking up. So it's just it's been great becoming family with you guys, and it's just beginning, man. Obviously, shoot, you're doing pretty good, man. They're on a good track. So
yeah,
you got some good kids.
They've done very well up to this point. Now, don't be satisfied and keep going.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, they've had that killer instinct instilled by you, and that's something these days that's rare. And you did a great job with them football wise, man. I tell everybody, hell, you did most of the work. I'll just fine tune the machine. I mean, hell, it wasn't rocket science here. I mean, these dudes could play some and there's some verse. Before we go, you got to tell people one thing that they're very interested in. Loki has told me before that he could throw 95 miles an hour. A baseball. No? Okay.
No.
He says he could throw 95 miles.
There's no way.
He said that he did it in high school and that there was some coaches that came around and you made him not throw a baseball because... Okay, I'll have to call him out for that one.
Yeah, he did call him out on that.
Now, I will say that your son throws and has the hardest punch I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah. So whatever he said, I just kind of went with, 95, it kind of felt
he punched
like that.
me at your place one time doing a pass blocking drill, and I thought my heart stopped there for a second.
Kerry Murdoch, my buddy, laughs at me because we were playing, after he committed to OU, we're playing catch, and he wants to play catch, and I run over and grab my gloves real quick. He's like, why do you want to play? And soon enough, you hear this, hitting my hands, like, he's throwing darts and shit, so. But anyway, man, it goes to show you just got some great athletes, man. So we'll definitely just show some of those workout videos too, because they've done some stuff. So appreciate you, Aaron Roberson, Coach Rob. This has been awesome, man. This is another great episode. Thank you, Brad Reed of Fullback.